gonna wait for Rick to come back.
It's very kind of you. That door is, when I was letting Caroline in, I had the door open for what, like 15 seconds? And then it was screaming at me even after I shut it. And I was like,
Yeah, it's a really protective door.
no peace.
Does anybody have those new smoke alarms in their house? Like the newer? Oh my God, it is so frustrating.
Is it?
Much like that door, but like, and like our kitchen's not even open. It's like a galley, like it's straight back. And like steam will set them off.
Oh.
And you're like, for the love of God, and they're wired to through the whole house.
Oh.
Basement, they're going off. Like they go one set, they all go.
Yeah, because if they had my number, it would be on the 3rd. Be like, Papa.
They always go off like at 2 in the morning. Have you ever noticed that?
It's the batteries, yeah.
I
And
think they do that on purpose, though. I mean, literally, they must, because otherwise you would ignore it if it was, or you wouldn't even be home.
you might not be home. It might be something that like, actually, that's probably true because it's always like 3 in the morning.
How do they know what, like,
Ours
time
are-
zone you're on, right?
Right, like how does it, well, every
It's just-
computer's got a clock in it. That's just the default.
activated.
Oh, okay.
Darkness.
I don't know.
That feels low tech enough.
We got 2 more.
Ours are even hardwired into the house.
We're in a unique room
And they still
today.
need batteries. Guys, hi.
We have agendas for whoever needs
So
an
glad you could join
agenda.
us today.
And the draft memo for council, if anyone wants a copy of that. And, yeah, we should go over that.
What's that?
You can be chair, but you can't be snide.
Well, actually,
All right, Elizabeth, you can begin whenever you would like, and I.
okay, we're gonna jump in. Meeting's in session. We're gonna start with roll call, starting with me, Elizabeth Shaw, member present.
Rick Himmelheinz, member present.
Mel England, staff liaison present.
Lana Garcia, member present.
Caroline Santapadre, alternate present.
Wow, you're a veteran at this point.
Hillary Kerwin, member present.
Killian Williams, member present.
Anya Faust, alternate present.
Eric Reitze, member present.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And there is no one online. So we can go to the next, which is welcome guests, which there are none.
Okay, yeah, but everybody's welcome. And then we're gonna do approval of the minutes. So a motion to, do I have a motion, right?
Motion to approve last week's minutes.
Anyone?
Last week.
Or last month.
Seconded.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All that disagree, say nay.
Your
All right,
choice.
they're approved. Okay, so the next thing is the public forum. Do we have anybody who is wanting to speak in the public forum? Or is there anything from the committees or the subcommittees that want to add
This is
right
just
now?
public.
Yeah, this is just public, and I did it, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
So there's none, so we can see it.
Yeah, there's another step, yes, okay. So I don't think we have anybody there. That'll be good, and then now we're gonna go into swearing in the new members.
Woo, okay. Hello, new members. So great to have you all here. We're gonna kick things off with swearing you all in. It feels a little funky. Everyone's done it, I promise. For those people are laughing because they know what is about to happen. So you each should have your oath.
I accidentally took one, but I didn't write on it.
Nope, that's a charge checklist, so you can keep that. So basically, you just repeat after me, but please say your own name, not name or whatever I say. And then we read through this. Y'all are gonna sign it. You each, except for you, Eric, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to your second one, have 2 copies, one for you to keep, and then the other I take. And then after we read and we write it in, you are sworn in. Any questions? And you guys can do it at the same time, so it's not one at a time. So just follow after what I say. So I, name, do solemnly swear.
I, I, Eric
Caroline
Wrighty, do
Santapadre,
solemnly
do
swear
solemnly swear. Thanks for not saying name. Or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
The Constitution of the State of Colorado.
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
And the Charter and ordinances of the City of Englewood.
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Englewood,
And that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
faithfully perform the duties of office as either an alternate or regular member of the Sustainability Commission during my continuance therein.
faithfully perform the duties of office as a regular member of the Sustainability Commission during my continuation there.
Woo! You're sworn in! I have pens for you both. Just sign your name right there. I'll do a test, so sign your name there, leave a test blank. So that first, yep. If you want to fill in the date for me and then give me one of those copies, that will be great. And then our new members have the charge charter, which every member's supposed to have signed. If you feel like you haven't signed it, let me know and you can always sign another one. Maybe extra credit points. But it's essentially just saying you understand your responsibilities for being in a commission. And if you want time to read through it, feel free to. There's absolutely no rush. And then something that I think is really helpful is when, especially for new members, is if we go around the room, just say who we are, kind of what made us interested, what district you're in, and then what made you all interested in joining the Sustainability Commission.
I'll jump in. I am Elizabeth Shaw. I'm in District 1, the Forest Hills neighborhood. And I think I joined, I forget how long ago now, but it was really just to be more involved with the city, have an impact. I continue to do it because it actually is just really fun.
Good at it. I'm Rick Emmelheinz. I think I'm the oldest one on, well, I know I'm the oldest person. No, well, no. Age-wise.
We
How
don't
about
talk age
seniority?
in this group.
I think I have senior status now that Christine's not here. But I got involved because I think sustainability affects every part of our lives. And I think that the city needs a conscience about what it is that we do on a day-to-day basis. And if we can bring consciousness to it, then that's important. I also serve on the Code Enforcement Advisory Committee and have just done a bunch of stuff in the city. So that's me.
Hi, I'm Lana. I lived in Inglewood almost 10 years, and I've always wanted to get involved doing something positive. I'm in an environmental studies PhD program right now at CU Boulder. So while I'm doing the academic work, I want to be engaged with actual practice. Make a difference.
I'm Caroline Santapadre. I live in District 1. I studied environmental studies and science since college. I went to CU Law and specialized in environmental and natural resource law. And now I work for a infrastructure engineering company where I do environmental consulting. So I feel like I have a lot of knowledge and I want to give it to the place that I live and help make it, I've seen a lot of laws and regulations and things that work and don't work.
I'm Hillary Kerwin. I live in District 4 in the Whitaker neighborhood. I work at an environmental nonprofit that does more national, international work, and so it was also important to me to find a way to give back and make a difference locally.
I'm Killian, last name Williams. I'm also in Forest Hill, but in the District 2 side of that neighborhood. Joined up in the commission after participating in the climate resiliency workshop that is actually referenced in this memo. Wanted to kind of keep that ball rolling. Also just started looking for community stuff to do after moving to Inglewood from Denver, where it's a smaller, tighter community. Since started doing some work with the Municipal Course Restorative Justice program too. too, which if you've not heard of or looked up, it's an awesome program.
Awesome.
My name's Tanya Faust. I live in Rotolo Park. I live right across the street. District 4.
I come with her at dinner on time.
I was thinking, we didn't see his car drive. I thought he's going to be late. But I've lived in Inglewood 25 years. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get involved, but I did the police academy and then Elevate Inglewood. And the Elevate Inglewood program really, I think, inspires and empowers people to want to get involved. And I've kind of been an environmental wacko my whole life. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's kind of that think globally, act locally. Just thought, I just need to start doing something for the city that I think I'm going to be here for a while. So, yeah, it's a great place to live. So.
Bruce Raymond. I've lived in Inglewood 2.5 years, right across the street from her. I'm retired as a high school librarian, but my interest is very much into things like creation care, and I'm involved in some organizations with that. And also on the subcommittee that is the ColoRADscape project, what you want to call it. And so I do have an interest with that, interested in that, and I really think that it's great for Inglewood just to have this commission. And so it's a good step forward.
Eric Reitze, I think I live in District 2, pretty sure. I just wanted to get involved with my community. You know, we moved here probably 3 years ago and try to make it a better place as much as I can. Professionally, I am an engineer. I run a small business that integrates renewable energies into heavy industrial kind of processes. So we did a lot of consulting in the beginning, trying to integrate solar and solar thermal and stuff into industrial processes. That kind of bloomed into, we have several patents now that we license out to those big companies to do water treatment. So yeah, I've just been involved with renewables and energy for my entire career. So thought I could help out that way. Yeah.
So this was destiny, I feel like.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing.
Well, awesome. Well, I wanted to go over a few just brief rules that I think are helpful when newer folks join on. Actually, before I get into that, the Sustainability Commission itself was formed back in 2021. So it's, however you look at it, maybe that's new, maybe that's having it sea legs. I think sea legs a little bit. But the Sustainability Commission really is tasked with providing feedback and guidance and recommendations to City Council on how to implement the sustainability initiatives found within the strategic plan, which that'll be a whole nother topic later on for tonight's meeting. And then some brief rules for any commission. We run on Colorado open meeting laws, or we say COML for short. So if you want to reach out to any member in the commission, that's totally fine, but it can only be one commission member, even email, phone call, because basically you want anything that you're doing to be open to the public, very transparent. If you have any questions around things that can happen or not happen, just email me. I'm always here as a resource. And then if you all ever, like, say you wanted another meeting because you didn't get through everything in one, we can always do another one, but they, again, always have to be public and open to the public. So no meetings at people's houses if it's more than one of you. But yeah, just want to keep everything transparent and open for the public. Any questions or anything for our newer folks before we proceed? The last thing I'll say is I feel like the first few meetings, maybe, I don't know if folks can attest for their first meetings, but sometimes it can feel like drinking from the fire hose because there's so many projects that were happening. Do not be alarmed by that. You'll find a flow and no one will like call on you to answer all the questions. It's very much a really great relaxed group.
Until you get to the quiz at the end.
Until we quiz you at the end, yeah. So take notes. All right, great. So I will hand it back to you.
Oh, good. This is good. So we're gonna do, the standing community projects updates. Rick, do you want to jump in first?
Sure.
ColoRADscape?
ColoRAdscape.
Is that okay?
No, that's fine.
It's your meeting,
I've got a
do whatever you'd like.
I've
I
got
don't
to talk.
know if we want, if we have anything for communications.
Not
We'll
for
talk about the
communications.
bond also.
Sorry, one more time. You're on my wrong side here.
I'm sorry. The bond, I'm going to talk about that too.
Yeah,
Okay.
please do.
Status of the ColoRADscape is that, for the new members, brief 10-second or 15-second description. ColoRADscape is a certification program that we are attempting to establish within the city that would allow and educate people who wish to make a change within their yard from a green lawn or a rock lawn or something like that into a sustainable lawn that includes native plants as well as pollinators and things. And we're working on a way of certifying that so they can put a sign in their yard that says they are a member of this. And we've been working on this coming up on a year. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to get some action in terms of working with approvals from the city and city council to move forward with a pilot program, which we hope to run here soon. The status right now is pretty much stationary. We are kind of on hold until the city council basically gives us approval to move forward, which would allow us then to engage with more of the city services such as communication and things to be able to develop the next stages of what we're doing. Thursday, I myself, and I believe you now, will be meeting with the code enforcement people to answer questions that they may have regarding how this will affect their responsibility in doing grass and weed maintenance and enforcements within the city to show that this is a blending of two things that will actually help them to not have to deal with lawns that may look like they're all weeds, but in fact they're actually native plants in an early stage. And so that's what the signage is about. So we're going to be meeting with them for a brief meeting on Thursday about that.
There may be
That's
a
the
park
status.
you're familiar with that might be deceptive.
Yes. So that's that. You want me to talk now about the other one? You want to talk about?
No, you can jump in. No, you're doing good. You're on a roll. Keep going.
Okay.
I'm the boss. You do it.
Okay. The second thing that I have recently become involved with is being one of the liaison members, Elizabeth being the other one, for the bond, basically the group that gets together for accountability for how the bond money is being spent for Parks and Rec. And we meet on a monthly basis for a very brief meeting where the people from Parks and Rec discuss where they're at with their projects and things, and I thought I'd just run through that real quickly, let you know where their projects are at. The meeting was on the 23rd. Cody Phelps, who is part of the Citizen Parks and Recs group, has now become part of the committee also. In terms of just parks, Cushing Park is finished and has had its grand opening, which is terrific. Emerson Park work has begun. Rotolo Park work is estimated to start in March by the Elite Construction Company. Miller Park has stormwater issues right now. That park, if you know Miller, it's flat. And so moving water off of that area is a real challenge. And so they're having to address stormwater issues before they can even start to break ground on
Is that the one that's by the police department?
Yeah, that's the big flat one. Yeah, basically ball fields.
Yeah.
Then the rec center's on track, and they're starting with some construction drawings, and they're putting out RFPs for that, which is exciting. That's going to be its own challenge, and if you or I'll go to the rec center, you know that that is a very, very busy facility all the time, and that they're going to have to be shutting down certain parts of it for certain periods of time and rotating that so no specific area is impacted too much by it. Vanessa, who's with communications, is going to be putting together a rollout for citizen awareness of what's going on over there so that they can plan themselves accordingly and anticipate when things are going to be open and when they're not going to be open. So that's a big piece of that. Pirates Cove, this next year is going to shut down during the week in August in order that they can get started on the construction work that's going to be on Pirates code. They will be open on the weekends, but during the week, which is kind of an early shutdown for them. They normally run through August and get to Labor Day. So they're going to be shutting down so that they can move on that. There are stormwater issues over there also. One of the big issues there, and I was talking with the director of the group there, is that the water that runs through the parking lots, and it ultimately ends up toward the Bellevue side, because that's the slope down toward the creek down there. It drags along all the debris and the oils and everything that comes off the cars and what people have dropped there in the parking lots. So they're having to figure out a way to prevent that from getting into the system, which I thought was interesting because that's obviously a sustainability issue, it's a water quality issue, and they don't want to dump this stuff down into the flat, basically. So that's a big issue that they're having to work on there. So far, they've spent 4.9% of the bond money. So of the $41.5 million, they've only spent 4.9%, which is pretty solid. Then they percent of unencumbered or uncommitted money that they have available, some of the discretionary money, they spend about 12% of that. If you want more information, if you go on to Englewood Engaged, there is a page there that's called Renew and Recreate. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
Renew, recreate.
Yeah, but you can get updates on all of what's going on there. So that's what's going on.
Englewood Engaged. And if you make an account, you can get the emails too. And mouse.
Okay, I have to let you all know, if you all saw the most recent magazine, that dog in the front for Cushing Park is my dog.
Shut up!
Yes. The pity is my dog. Yeah, he loved the park. He gave it 10 stars.
That's so great.
10 paws up.
10 paws off. He has one eye, but 10 paws.
I think they also scrapped the plans at the Clarkson Park, right? Because it became a floodplain issue.
I can't remember, I didn't write it down, but if you remember that, that's.
Yeah, so that might be
Elizabeth was there also, virtually.
in spirit. I'm just kidding.
That's it.
Because they're short, they're like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was 25 minutes.
Also, so on to that, well, we can.
Killian, I just want to make sure you said none from communications, right?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Okay. Just want to make sure none's missed. Are you moving to the next one, Elizabeth?
Yeah, you want to go with DRCOG updates? That would be you.
Yes, we have none, but I'll give background for our newer folks of what this is. So for this, the last one and this standing one, the commission in the past said these were really important topics of obviously getting updates from the subcommittee, and then this DRCOG one where it'll always be until the commission decides not to, a standing topic in the beginning. So DRCOG stands for the Denver Regional Council of Governments. And they were awarded a $200 million grant from the EPA towards building electrification, which is huge. And the nice thing is all the communities that make up DRCOG were able to apply for these no-match sub-award grants to help propel building electrification in their community. So Englewood applied and got $900,000 for building electrification. We're doing a full-time building electrification specialist staff person that we're time and cost sharing with the city of Sheridan. We're doing, oh gosh, my memory is gonna erase me now. We're doing that. We're doing ad hoc energy code third-party assistance. So for the next 4 years, so we're gonna have someone that gives our building department some help of doing on-site energy code inspections when someone submits some things and doing the review. Something that can happen a lot of times is that, and not just for Englewood, in any building department, you can put these energy plans, and if someone isn't privy on the energy codes, they can miss a lot of stuff, and then people aren't getting the most up-to-date energy codes that they should by the code. And then we did a lot for education and outreach, staff training, and then exploration for this thing. It's called HERS. It's Home Energy Rate Score, sorry. And it's essentially something that Denver had explored and other places either have implemented or are exploring of at a point of sale for a house. There would be an energy report that the next homeowner or potential homeowner would get. So you would say, this home is really energy efficient, this home is not that energy efficient. It It would not require that anyone make any changes. It's just a knowledge-based kind of program. So DRCOG is exploring that, so we put money aside that we can both help with that exploration, but then get really fine-tuned data for Englewood of what that could look like and what that impact would be. So I say no update because we're still waiting from DRCOG for the final contract. We can't move forward on anything procurement-wise until that contract is in place. They told us sometime in February or March, so I'm hoping at the next meeting we'll have some fun stuff to update on, but no bad news, only good pending waiting news.
It's always with the waiting.
I know, in government, it's just always waiting. Okay. Elizabeth, are you okay if we go to the next one?
Well, yeah, you know what I forgot though was any update from the communications subcommittee that you guys wanted to touch on?
No, we don't have anything right now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's do it. Strategic plan.
Okay, so at City Council, let me back up a little bit for our newer folks. So the city has a strategic plan that went from 2022 to 2025. Obviously, 2025 is over. So they are starting their planning for 2026 to 2030. Prior, sustainability was its own priority area, 1 out of 8 in the strategic plan. And in council, in their council retreat at the end of January, they were going through what they wanted their new priority areas to be. Sustainability did not make it in there tentatively. This is just a council retreat where they did their initial thoughts. So they came up with economic vitality, infrastructure, livability, public service delivery, and safety. I'll say a lot of like climate action and everything really fell under that livability one. It kind of was this really big category in their retreat. So this is what they have now. They have a survey out right now to get further feedback on folks. They have a study session that will happen next Monday. To go over these, and then they won't finalize the strategic plan until mid-March. So I bring that up because, again, for our newer folks, for context, the Sustainability Commission over the past few months has been going over, what do we want to see in a sustainability section in the updated plan? What are the things that we want? But we've got thrown a little bit of a loop, right? There's no sustainability section as of now. So I kind of proposed the 3 options that I see, but there could be others, so don't take them as limiting. The 3 options I see are to have the memo saying, we want this kind of infused, these goals and projects, infused however you all see fit within the plan of how the goals are. Another one is saying, we really want to advocate for a sustainability section to be there with these goals and projects in there. And then a third could be, if sustainability won't be its own priority area, could we have a separate sustainability plan that has these encompassed in there? Those were kind of the main 3 options I saw. So with that, I will stop talking unless you all have questions for me, and you all can discuss kind of what you want to see with the memo, which I will pull up on the screen. I try to make it as bare bones of, I just put what you all listed. There's no fluff or anything for me. The only thing I do have in there just for a holder, I put infusing in the plan, but that was just a holder. That by no means is like what my opinion is or anything, so you all can change however that is.
I have a question. Thank you so much for doing that plan. That's awesome, but it's all typed out. Do you have any sense of which one of these options they would be more willing to accept?
I truly do not.
You don't?
I don't, because we also have new council members.
Right.
I'm not sure when the District 1 council member will start on, but I think they'll be on by the time this goes to them, I think, but we're just dealing with a little bit different of a council, so I don't know.
Okay.
I think the election's in April.
It's April 7th.
I think so.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that person gets what they get. One thing I'm assuming will be the same is, so in the years past for this strategic plan, every year they would make updates and edits. They wouldn't be drastic, huge ones, but you could add projects here and there. I'm assuming that style will stay the same. So just to reduce some stress, I hope, of being like, we have to get everything in there. There'll probably be checkpoints, but it's that main structure of how sustainability shows up, which this is the time for the Sustainability Commission to vocalize what they think to council.
It actually does kind of make me a little bit upset though that there's nothing on, that they didn't put any type of environmental aspect as a priority, and that's, I can leave it alone at that, but it does make you a little, it doesn't even have to have the title sustainability, but to not even address your environmental impact is.
Well, so they have climate action and
It's like a little, it's like a note.
I was gonna ask Mal if those definitions were you, or if that language is from.
That's them. That's a
Oh,
great
okay.
question.
Okay, because I do see sustainability woven throughout.
Yeah, so I was at the retreat and I did my best to advocate as much as I could. So the definition is that italics, and then the examples is kind of placeholders of what could go there. But yeah, it's hard to fit a whole sustainability section
My
in there.
instinct is that we'll get more stuff included if we help them connect the dots to this framework that they've created.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, let them know which, if we categorize our asks to this and help, you know, a lot of it's gonna fall under livability, but there is some infrastructure stuff. There's then like kind of there's some safety stuff even, and if we, and safety's always been probably, I think, top of their list, even when sustainability was at the bottom. So like, if anything, that's maybe an opportunity to get more stuff included rather than just kind of, oh, that's sustainability, so we're just gonna call that lowest priority. Kinda.
That was my initial thought too, is like, do the pragmatic thing, because you can argue that sustainability is connected to all of these things. And I thought that it was, yeah, just more realistic that they'd get it in, but now that I'm sitting here, it's kind of absurd not to have sustainability in here. Like, I feel like it's the way of the future, and there are other cities who are fighting to have sustainability commissions and to just have that as part of their city at all. And it's, I don't know, it feels like we're really going backwards if
Yeah,
Inglewood
that's
doesn't
like
have
just even
sustainability.
environment in general.
Yeah.
And I know it's a footnote, Val, but like just, it should be a bullet point. And I know we're not gonna get any, I mean, I don't think we can argue it now, right?
I think we got,
This is definitely their priority areas are still flexible to a point, right? But I would say, this is just my opinion, as a commission that is supposed to give recommendations, I would say whatever you all think is the best recommendation, you should go forward. They also have, I don't know if I already said this, they have a survey out right now that individuals can take, and I highly recommend each of you take it, where you can put, they have an area in there of like, what are we missing? And I will say every single council member that I know really takes feedback from residents like very seriously. So I also say do that route, and that closes tomorrow, so.
This
Sure
is
you
the
do
one
that.
that you linked.
Yes, yeah. Mhm.
What about asking for inclusion of our memo items with their, under their respective category in the strategic plan and a sustainability plan? Like we want both. We want in on the strategic and we want our own sustainability plan.
well,
We might get either or, but
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. You're like,
that way they've
shoot
got
high.
options.
Like the Matthew McConaughey, it's better to shoot for an A and get a C than to shoot for a C and get an F.
so I'm gonna use my Apollo 13 analogy here, is we have to take this square peg and fit it into that round hole. I think we need to look at what we came up with, which I think are wonderful ideas, and find, I think you're exactly right, Killian, how that fits into what they're leaning towards so that we can show them that this is supported and come up with some great connections there.
It's collaborative as well. Like we support this too.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good, like, adding into what they've already got. I totally appreciate that, but is there an overarching goal? Like, what is the headline for sustainability? And how would you include that if you're just kind of spitting yourself into all these other ones? Do you lose that top level, we want to do this kind of thing?
I've got an opinion on this, and I could be wrong, but like my opinion on it is that if we've got the high level, like the top one, it's easier to approach something and say, look, it fits under your strategic plan. Look at this, it goes right here, versus, well, look, this will be a footnote on this item here. So I think it's just a more, it gives you a little bit, what's the word, is it gravitas? To like push against something to say we want this. But I don't know, Mel, is that wrong?
There's no right or wrong.
Do you have a different opinion?
I have a staff opinion, definitely. In just my staff opinion, I think confusing it makes it seem not as important, and then you really lose a vision of sustainability, and it becomes kind of a second thought. And then also I'm thinking of all the communities in the Front Range, not even the state, all the communities in the Front Range, almost all, they have their own sustainability plan or something that residents can look to and say, okay, my community is really working on this, they're doing X, Y, and Z. That gets harder for a resident to see what you're doing sustainability-wise and the work you're doing if they're sifting through an entire thing and guessing the sustainability aspects you have in it.
Well, plus you've got to do a lot of connecting the dots for any residents that are sifting through it, right? So you got to really connect between, like, if you look at safety and you say, we're going to put in a bike lane, kind of connect it to the headline your own way. But if you say, we're going to like look at safety and we're going to put in a solar light, well, that actually connects to safety, but not sustainability. Do you know what I mean? Like you got to connect the dots. Like it's also sustainable because of this, or maybe it's that, or whatever the case may be.
Do you think they went, I mean, why did they go down from 8 to 5? Do you think it was just, they thought it was more realistic? Is it budget issues?
So they had an exercise where, like sticker dotting, where they listed out all the words that, are important to them and for the strategic plan. And then they picked the top ones, but they weren't pigeonholed for the 5. They could like split them out if they wanted to. But this is the one after the strategic plan that they're like, okay, this is what we can work with. In the strategic, in the meeting, they even said livability was getting a little large. And honestly, a lot of the sustainability stuff is living in that livability one. So that's why I say these aren't set in stone yet. They even know that some of them might need some work, and that's also why they put the survey in there.
And they're thinking of breaking the livability. I feel like wasn't that in the survey? It was like breaking the livability one into multiple.
I think it
So would that
said
be 6 or would that replace?
Let me look. They said something, I believe, because it's a big category.
So it's maybe the question is who is this list for? Is it for city council, or like who's the end user that we're targeting? And so I think with our desires and our asks as a commission, that's why I kind of get back to like, if it's what things we're asking city council to do, they're gonna want to know like which of our elements are strategic for the city, like, and then maybe that could get to both. So like the strategic plan is for council. It's also for citizen or oversight too, but it's the reference in the guiding document for council. The sustainability plan, if it were a separate body, could be more for residents to know what the city is. So for residents who care about sustainability, they want to know what the city is doing for sustainability. And maybe that's what we could ask for is for both. Like, we want sustainability, we want our recommendations to be included under their relevant strategic category, And we'd also want to make sure that citizens who are interested in sustainability have access to a plan which includes strategic and other elements.
Mel, can you put the thing back up?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, sorry. You know, I'm really, I totally see what you're saying. I think we have to fight for this. Like, we are the Sustainability Council, and if we are saying, like, it's okay, just put, you know, what we care about.
Yeah, we think it's a side
Yeah,
too.
into the plan, no big deal. I think we have to, like, make an argument, like, this is very important, and it's important to residents and future residents.
What, sorry, do you guys, what does, Mel, do you know what the, like, the values are for the city of Inglewood? Like, they have defined them? I know, I've seen them in.
It's on that wall, actually. I was like, it's in every room.
Yeah, you can't take it off.
It's
but
one
The
team.
values are value people,
Cultivate
resilient
partnerships.
leadership, one team, cultivate partnerships, pride in Inglewood, foundation of trust. So sometimes you can lean into those values, right? When you're like, what if I want you to do this is your value, you gotta stand by it. I just don't see anything that jumps out there. That's what I really wanted to see. Providing services, investing in our future through fiscally responsible decisions, building a unique identity while walking in new growth. Vision is advancing our community together, so that, I mean, you could argue a little bit there. Anyway, I just thought sometimes it works to go, you know,
Yeah.
like, hey, this works in your values, you say your values are this, and this is how you need to make this decision. Unfortunately, they don't put that in their values. It does like feel very archaic, and it does kind of get me a little riled. It feels very archaic. It feels like a throwback to like, yeah, we don't care. This is like pre-90s, like throwback. Okay, I'm with you. I want to argue that we need our own header. Is that what it's
Like
called?
priority area?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if we don't get it, then step B would be, okay, if it's not a priority area, we need a separate plan,
Yeah.
right? But ideally, it's part of the strategic plan.
So in order to argue this in, like, where do we first need to, okay, like we could start with like, okay, we could argue in, I'm just spitballing, but like a foundation of trust, right? So if we, you have a community that really wants, you know, the climate, like that we care about the environment, we care about all these things, and we're doing all these things, we expect you to act as a foundation of trust, and that means that we've got to be able to trust you with this climate, or with this environment, with these practices or something. That's just spitball.
To trust that the council considers climate resiliency to be a strategic priority.
Right, that you care about our priorities, and we have to trust you to care about the priorities of the citizens. This is the priorities. And then same thing, I feel like pride in Inglewood, you can argue that quite a bit. I mean, that's huge, right? Like there's a huge correlation between taking care of the community that you live in and showing that as pride. I think like ColoRADscape, Rick, is like very much that pride, right? We've talked about that element quite a bit.
I was trying to figure out where it would come in here too. I think, you know, you made the point about the idea might be to split out livability and peel
Yeah.
off some of those things into something which would be a sustainability
Yeah,
topic.
livability is getting too big.
Oh,
Why not
I know.
just
Why
make number
not, why
6?
not
Put
peel
all that
out,
stuff in there?
you know, climate impacts and some of the neighborhood placemaking, which would tie in with the ColoRADscape product, you know, and see if they wouldn't bite on something that would be a little bit, it would allow, you know, climate impact, addressing climate impacts. If they're talking about Inglewood's a great place to live, I don't think that addressing climate impacts is actually part of that. I think that's the bigger global picture. And I think that we can make a case for that by saying, hey, you know what, we as a city need to make a statement about how we feel about the changes that are coming down in this climate, in this area, and you know, what that's gonna do. And I think we can make a case to separate some of that stuff out of there.
Do you think, I like your idea a lot, Rick. I think we can pull things out from every area too. I mean, just looking at like infrastructure, they have one for protecting water and natural resources, right?
Yeah.
All of that, so you can pull things from every one of them and say, hey, look, we pulled all of this and you pull a little bit out of everything, we've got another header. I don't know if that's the right word. Is that the right word, header?
I would say priority area.
Priority
Yeah.
area. Okay. Just for the course of this meeting, then we'll just say they're interchangeable right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way, like, it's not confusing.
Yeah, because then it streamlines the different sections more.
Yeah. So that, yeah, so streamline, so you can pull those out. Yeah, like I think we pull something from everything. We say, hey, you're already kind of addressing this, right? We just want a little bit more, or a lot more. Because, I like, yeah, so.
Ask for sustainability to be included as both a separate priority and a priority that supports the other 5, because it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you, sorry, Killian, I think I understand what you're saying, but I'm kind of trying to understand what you mean by that, like how you're going to articulate it. So if I'm looking at strategic plan, obviously, yeah, you get a header. And then, but when you say to support the other 5, are you saying it's like a sub, like a bullet point under all of them? It might, like, I'm just kind of confused about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how to communicate that as
Mhm.
like.
Well,
I think you'd have to say that sustainability, you have to think about sustainability when you're thinking about any of those categories, right? Like, if you're thinking, I mean, to use your example on safety, right, in the bike lanes, right? But that's also encouraging riding your bike. So there's sustainability in that as well. Or, you know, obviously infrastructure, protecting water and natural resources. And in any one of these, you have to think about sustainability to even do any of these, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like to articulate it, like I'm probably taking this too far and going too deep, but I picture, like, we look at this and I see like, okay, we've got 5 bullet points or what headers, whatever, priorities, right? And we are gonna say, look, we want 6. We think sustainability should be there. So we want 6 headers, but sustainability actually turns around and it's very circular. So it's gonna support all those other priorities that you have. So then just asking if you're, like, when you're going to that, how do you, like, what's the best way to articulate that? Like, just that wording? Hey, this is very circular.
Identifying the potential risks that climate and environmental impacts pose to the other 5 priorities.
That's great. I actually love
And
that.
identifying the way that sustainable initiatives can also support and grow the other 5 priorities.
I think we also want to maybe focus on like pollution, like the local pollution, right? And not just like big climate change, but also like that, because that ties so closely to safety, that might resonate more with people.
So I was,
But yeah, I think you're right.
it's just thinking, and this is all over the board too, but like if we had like a 6th one, it's almost like sustainability gives everything else meaning, right? Like economic vitality, I mean, it's like, it's
right,
the
like,
underpinning, it's the meaning.
like the water plant, the Premier Sierra, right? That gave not only like sustainability, but economic impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
South Platte Renew, or?
What, do you remember what it's called? It's where he sold off the thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I mean, it's like, why do we care about economic vitality? Well, sustainability is the values of the community. You know, I mean,
Well, it's just,
I don't know how to say it, but it's foundational to all of these other categories. You know, it's not just kind of like, yeah, we can see the water and all this, but it's like, why do we care about any of that? Because we care about long-term sustainability
So
for the
what's-
city. And
What's the tagline after sustainability? They have making Inglewood a great place to live, maintaining the systems that, you know, that next.
That might be kind of a hook.
A good place to start.
I would like yeah.
Be their old one.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
we already had this.
Yeah, let's go to the version history.
It could do something about taking care of our community.
I think how they defined it last time.
Right.
And I'll look it up to be
Ensuring
sure, was
growth.
like ensuring resources for future generations, but let me for sure find it, so I'm not misspeaking.
Yeah, something about, yeah, like we wanted like taking I wish we could find the right words that
So-
basically makes it hit home for all 5 of those.
Their last one for sustainability was a city that stewards its resources for the benefit of current and future generations. It's how they defined sustainability, but was also how they defined the goal, overall goal.
I don't know what's gonna resonate with them, but the
Yeah, I
environment's
know,
the
that's what I'm worried
foundation.
about.
It's
Like
the
if-
foundation of well-being for all of these things.
Wait, I'm not joking. What if we just use that as the little italics? So just sustainability, the foundation for well-being of our
Should I say-
community, or something like that.
Well-being and-
Because the one we already had obviously didn't resonate because then we,
So this says that sustainability is defined as meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs.
Yeah, that was good.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's what we had before, right?
I'm just reading out of,
no, he's just reading AI.
that's what AI told me. and I believe it.
AI is always right.
Yeah, I'll read it. Meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Wow, that's powerful.
It is, but to be like really blunt, future generations aren't voting for them today. So if we can put it as something that is happening right now. I do love that definition. I don't want to shoot it down, but for our tagline.
I mean, it doesn't have to
About
be that
integrated
exactly, but I
growth
think the
and-
focus is on the future.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just read the rest of this.
yeah, something about
No, I-
sustainable growth and well-being. I like the
Yeah.
well-being word.
Yeah, I like the well-being word. The rest of it says, it involves balancing 3 interconnected pillars: environmental protection, social equity, and economic development to ensure humans and nature can exist in productive long-term harmony. That's almost creepy coming from that bot. I like that. I really think that when we're talking to city council and using the words about well-being of a community and the foundation of that, I think those are key words that really pique the interest, right? Like, if we look at what these mean to them, it's like money, infrastructure, people, the public service, that's what we have to do, and safety. These are like things that are very much about like this community. Well, it should be about the community, but like, do you see what I'm saying? Like the pillars or the well-being. Like it's all about like improvement, well-being, growth.
Do people use smart growth? Like, what's a tag to trying to like, like we want economic vitality. Like we want to be in the future with our EV charging stations and.
One thing I will say from the council retreat is something they've heard from residents and they all agreed on is avoiding words that aren't like crystal clear. So
Okay.
like smart growth could mean one thing to one
Okay,
person and
makes
something
sense.
from another, just what I heard at the retreat.
That's helpful.
Seems like it needs to be something that's like an affirmative, like everything
Yeah.
else is an activity, like an action, and the one that is directly about sustainability is addressing climate impacts, which is like a reaction to impacts as opposed to taking an affirmative step. So it seems like if there's something that's practicable that you can.
Yeah, and the practical part is what I want to end this sentence with. It is a blank right now. I wrote down fostering community resiliency and well-being by what? If I were to try to shrink it down as much as possible.
Can you say that one more time?
Fostering fostering community resilient, my keywords were community resiliency and well-being. That's the sales pitch for sustainability by, what are we doing to do that?
By meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations.
These are like 7 words.
Yeah.
I would say it's local of a lens you can use. Council likes that the most too.
The what?
It's local of an Englewood lens you can.
Englewood.
What about fostering the resiliency and well-being of Englewood's environment and people together?
Just say something really short
That-
like that,
I like
and
that.
then follow it with the examples. Examples include, just
Yeah.
like all these other
Yeah,
apps. And then this memo would just flush it out.
Sorry, real quick, instead of fostering, what's another word that would be like in control of? I know fostering what it means, but like I'm saying something that's like direct
yeah,
action, like
yeah.
a gladiator, like,
Building.
Building.
yeah, buildings is a good strong word. I like that, because it is, that's proactive, right? And building this, yeah, building, growing. Fostering, I don't think is like, it is a good word, but I think it sounds
Building's
slightly
better.
passive. Huh?
I said building's better.
Your buildings.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hillary.
Can you all repeat what your current tagline? I have like notes all over.
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't make sense on my end. Building,
Start with your sentence.
was it building a resilient?
Building community resilience and well-being,
No, but I think,
or just even
I
shorter?
say community well-being.
Okay,
I feel like resiliency indicates like a,
a bit of
It's
negative
another
connotation.
Defensive.
word you have to, everybody has a
It's-
definition of resilience.
Yeah, could lift
Yeah.
more down.
So I know
but
these aren't
community
final.
well-being, I think is a little bit clearer.
Currently, safety has laid claim to community well-being.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah, but
that.
Oh my
Oh, no.
Okay, no, oh, we're building it.
But we're building it, they're
They're
protecting
protecting
it. So maybe it's fine.
We're building, ask the AI bot, what's another word for well-being?
Community well-being.
Health.
Is quality of life too close to livability? Because that's, I feel like a decent synonym for well-being.
I do like that sentence, quality of life. So wait, building a, see, then you're enhancing.
Enhancing, improving quality of life. I don't know, I think that starts to sound like
Not
a
improving
livability
too low
category.
reactive. I like building.
Security,
health.
protection, happiness, well-being is.
Building a forward-looking community, building a forward-looking community for the well-being of current and future residents.
Building a proactive community.
Building a proactive community.
Is there a way we can word, I like the word growth. I think there, like, like continued
Yeah.
growth, or, because that kind of plays to the whole money aspect, right? We're gonna drive more people will be happy, so.
Oh, wait a minute.
Happiness?
I think a good one, I'm not joking, if you put the words in there, to attract new residents, right? To make the city more attractive, like they want,
I think, yeah, that's kind of what we're
like
getting
a
at.
lot of what they do is to bring.
Beautifying.
Beautiful. Make
Yeah.
it would you.
Yeah, remember we
A
did that?
throwback.
Can we get the words growth and environment in there? I think we need environment in there.
If this, I can also read to you the Sustainability Division vision,
Oh, yeah.
if that's helpful too. Okay, so, because the commission helped finalize this, so we say Englewood is a resilient, responsible, and resourceful city where natural, built, and social systems adapt to current and future needs and challenges, creating a thriving community in harmony with the natural environment. Obviously, that's long, but.
We worked on that before, didn't we?
Mhm.
What was the first
Can you read
sentence
it
of
one
that?
more time?
Yeah.
There were some
Yeah,
adjectives.
can
There
you
was some-
put it,
I'll-
maybe,
yeah,
can
I'll
you
put
like
it
put it up in your notes at the bottom there? And then,
Oh, yeah, that's
like slide it up
great.
just a little bit?
I like that it said something about like foster.
I like resilient and resourceful.
I like all three of those.
I do
next to each
too.
other.
I'll go with the group. I think I'm hesitant on the word resilient just because I feel like it takes on a defensive posture somehow, but I'm open
It
to
does what?
it takes on like a defensive, like if I'm resilient, I'm like defensive.
Something
I'm
bad is
like I
going
can
to
survive things, I can like handle pressure.
Resilient, resourceful, and responsible,
Yeah,
like 3 R's, tagline.
what about using their own, renew and recreate?
I like the reference to the natural environment and the built environment.
Yeah.
A resilient.
What's
And adaptable?
Building a responsible and resourceful city.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's in.
I like that.
I actually, I kind of do like that too.
It's short.
Okay,
yeah, I like
top
that.
contender right now, good job.
I'm gonna put my notes here so everyone can see. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like we're in Mad Men.
This is not a typical meeting.
No, it's not. They're not usually this like lively.
Building a responsible and resourceful foundation for a growing city. Too long? That's okay, no applause, that's fine.
You could say.
Yeah, they had paragraphs for examples, so that's where we.
Yeah,
I like
room to
building a
cook.
I like it. I don't know where we at with it.
I like that too.
I like
And then build it out with the examples.
Take some of
Does anybody want to
the
say nay?
highlights of this thing and put it in there.
You could change city
Yeah.
to Inglewood.
Yeah, I probably would change this to community
Community is better than the city.
in my humble
Yeah.
opinion.
Natural parts of our community too.
Yeah.
Can we say hood?
You all are allowed to
Yeah, that
put
would
whatever
go
you
over well.
want. I can
That would go
advise
over well.
against it, but.
Been working for decades to get that out. Okay. So we could put then, our bullet points or our examples include, we can reinterpret some of these main priorities that we wanted to put in here. I think we maybe want to come up with some of the main things here that we all kind of agreed upon. We felt like those were important strategies.
I think we've got to do that, but I also think we've got to pull it out of the other paragraphs as well, right? So you've got the one that I know of, like infrastructure protecting water and natural resources. And then we look at this and we talk about, complete meter conversion on all unmetered customers or whatever, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so I think we've got to do both. We've got to pull it out and make sure that we're hitting our topics and putting them in the list of priorities.
They're pretty general.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
think
top
this is
line
where we
is,
want
we
the
want our
specifics.
sixth bullet point.
Well, I think we can generalize some of the specifics, you know,
Yeah.
make them a little bit broader than what we have here.
I'm gonna start pulling up the document and playing in there. Does that sound, or do you want, okay. I just feel like maybe visually it would be the most helpful. That.
I wish we had 2 TVs.
I know. Okay, so is there a general consensus that folks liked? One, is there a general consensus that folks wanted to pitch that priority area, 6th priority area, and then that goal? Was that a general consensus? Okay, okay.
You need a vote?
You don't need to vote for some, you'll vote at the end. And if you have general, then you're good. So let me pull that over.
Are these recommendations just as a new person? Are they like in order of?
Not order of importance.
Is there
an order that?
just Mel's brainstorm?
There's already.
No, that's not my stuff, that's your guys' projects.
This was what we came
Yeah,
up with last
That's
time.
the commission's projects. Okay, so then this is the main thing that needs to be changed first of all. What's this? The commission is suggesting a 6th priority area be created for sustainability.
I would say asking for it, but up to the group. I don't want to be passive about it. I wanna be like,
Is
ask.
asking-
How about the commission recommends?
Yeah.
We don't ask.
Yeah,
Just formally asking.
I thought asking was more aggressive than suggesting, and then you went like, no, we're telling you.
Darn it, we're
Demanding.
No negotiations.
To go. Meter
area? Do we put like an argument in here?
I was thinking we could add a
Whatever
sentence
you all
like
decide.
after the tagline there, something to the effect of because you can't achieve the other 5 areas without doing this.
Yeah, I think I like the sense
Yeah.
of like the,
Change.
this sixth priority
Yes, yeah.
can be a
Just
foundation for
the
all the other
success.
5.
increase it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to
Okay.
make it larger.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That is much better even for my eyes. I'm sorry, I feel like I missed something that I was supposed to
Oh, I
add
was
in
just
here.
saying something like it's integral to the success of these other
Yeah,
things. Yeah, no, not exactly those words.
Like to add a reasoning, I think.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
say
what
like
did you just say?
a sixth priority, like this sixth priority is the foundation and support for the other 5, or the current 5 or something like that. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
trying to say like, hey, you need this to get all the other ones done too. But I mean, that's open to interpretation.
The 6th part is a foundation and support.
It's kind of like the other stuff is the what and sustainability is the why.
Yeah, the
No,
well-being.
I don't.
Should we say anything about the environment or not?
I'm torn because I don't know if that's a winning argument. Matters to us.
Yeah, I don't.
But I don't know. I think it's a really good question to ask.
Should we mention that, like, all the other Front Range cities have sustainability and we feel that we'd be
Yeah, that's what I want to.
falling behind or something, or doing a disservice to
Yes.
Inglewood residents?
This
Yeah,
is
makes
also an established part of other community strategic plans
Yes.
and has been included in Inglewood's plans.
So maybe we say something, like, I agree with 1,000%. We could maybe like reference it in a way that says something like, modeling this after other cities, or like, other cities along the Front Range who model this behavior, see this, or something like, you know what I mean? Like, trying to say like, other people do it, we should too.
Well, but we have before.
If they jump off the
Yeah,
bridge,
could
we
you
will
s-
too.
Could
What
you
if
say
you-
something about like, if deprioritizing it, doing it before and then taking it
Yes.
away makes it seem unimportant, you know?
Yeah.
I like that because it calls them out just for that exact action.
Okay, so I got the first part. Deprioritizing sustainability within the strategic plan. What next?
Makes it seem like it's something we've already accomplished, as opposed to like something that.
I think we got it, Karen.
I know.
I don't want to go at them head on with this. We need to convince them of the value. Let's not challenge their previous decision. Be careful how we word it.
We could say something then right here, like the deprioritization, something along the lines of like, although every single other bullet point, every other header includes elements of sustainability, by not having its own header in the strategic plan, deprioritizes it. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, you're doing this, but you're putting in all these other things.
Way to say that.
Let's say it nicely.
Now we have to be nice.
This would provide structure for many other examples already included in the plan.
Advancing our community together. That's just their tagline.
5.
I say theirs.
Sustainability is a cross-cutting
Can we
goal
Keep going.
throughout the,
Okay, all right, yeah, you know what, I like that, what about like the sustainability is a cross-cutting, between all the other priorities, right? You have all those,
I have no idea what that word means.
how about
The fact that
cross-cutting?
it's-
No, I mean, to me, I understand it because it's in our conversation, but I'm not sure it would be evident.
How about using the word foundational?
I know, I think we gotta use that.
I think it's in there.
Is it in there already?
The sixth priority is a foundational and cross-cutting, foundational.
But it already
Is
says
the
foundation and support.
the sixth priority is a foundational support for the other 5 priority areas.
You want to change that is
I wonder if we are even more direct when we say you can't achieve the other ones without sustainability.
Maybe we say you
Depends if that's
can't,
too
because it sounds
pointed.
like we're telling them no, but what if we say something along the lines of, trying to get there without sustainability is gonna be a difficult and, uphill challenge.
I'd be okay with that. I'm also okay with leaving it as foundational too.
I kind of like the idea though, as calling it out as well as a challenge, like it is a challenge.
My one thing is if you go with that, it supports all the other ones. I think an argument that could be made is we'll just infuse it
Yeah.
in all the others. If it supports it so well, it would be infused in the others.
I'm fine leaving it out, that's fine. I think you word the word foundation maybe, but.
I was gonna say, instead of the cross-cutting, maybe say sustainability is the foundation of the other, or we've already said
How
that.
about the foundation of like a healthy community, a healthy and prosperous community?
Yeah, but just say it's a part of, sustainability is a foundation of a healthy community.
Yes, I love that. You don't have to, I think that's.
I didn't say it, Eric did.
I
I
know.
just said it
I was
after.
directing it at that corner of the table.
I try to keep everything and not delete it, and so I have like random
Yeah.
stuff in there.
I think healthy, he said healthy and prosperous community, and I think that is really good.
You said a healthy and prosperous?
Do you think we need to explain how it's prosperous?
I think it just sounds,
Could we head off the objection that council has by saying probably, well, we've already built this stuff into everything.
Yeah.
By starting off by saying, while we understand that sustainable initiatives are critical to each of these areas, we feel that the strength or that it is important to keep sustainability as a priority for this city. Something like that, so we can then, that blesses the fact that they would see it in other areas, but also it's our position that says it needs to be more. It needs to be more defined. It needs to be stand out on its own.
Rather than be diluted through the other.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, something along that line.
I think there's a good, I think we can shrink it down from there and get the message across that we're trying to get across.
Right. This is just brainstorming
Yeah.
lots of things that can.
I have another potential line instead of deprioritizing sustainability. Retaining sustainability in the strategic plan allows Inglewood to keep pace with the majority of Front Range cities that emphasize how environmental health and access enables community well-being.
I like that sentence.
Ooh, I'm a fast typer and I did not get all that. Retaining sustainability within the strategic plan allows Englewood to keep pace with other.
I don't know if it's the majority of Front Range cities, I don't know if that's accurate wording.
It's accurate.
Okay.
Centennial doesn't have one.
It's a baby.
Well, that city sucks.
They're still trying to figure out if there's.
Don't keep everything inside.
They copied our signs, I noticed the other day. Like our welcome, whatever, but they copied like the one of our neighbors.
And I don't know if we want to add.
That got some good bike lanes though.
What was the end of this?
What am I missing? Retaining.
I added a whole nother bit, I don't know if it's too much, that emphasize how environmental health and access enable. It's a little bit long.
Mel, is this strategic plan 2025 to 2030?
Oh, nope, it's 2026. Great catch.
Goals, projects, and metrics.
I like the sentence that you just added, the retaining as opposed to the deprioritizing. I think it's like a
more
positive.
positive framing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and doesn't.
And it kind of calls it out like you did it already. And
does the commission want to remove this then, take priority?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the retaining version better.
Yeah.
That's a kinder way of doing it.
The commission recommends 6 priorities.
What does that mean,
for sustainability.
cross-cutting between the other?
Is,
A bit
I
different.
don't know if we need that either.
No to this one?
Repetitive, no, yeah.
I think no to that, but I don't know.
can you go,
About.
can you go to that second sentence? I just think we don't
This
need
one?
6, yeah,
Yeah.
not into this 6th priority, just this priority, because we already said, add a 6th.
I think we can get rid of and support for and just say it's the foundation.
General consensus on that one?
I'm on the fence.
What's what? Sorry.
Foundation.
I think that we say sustainability is the foundation later on too, so it seems like
Oh, is it?
maybe picking one or the other,
Oh, yeah.
unless you think that that's good for emphasis.
Yeah.
So we could do the first one, take out foundation. Wait, sorry.
Oh, wait,
I
yeah,
think that's
wasn't that saying
sustainability.
sustainability is the foundation of healthy and
Take-
prosperous community? Weren't
You
we
could
doing
take
that?
out support in the first one and then say, and the one after the bracketed one, sustainability, supports a healthy and prosperous. Does that make sense?
Are we trying to avoid though, the saying that it's a foundation, like that it could be like shoehorned into the others? So
Yeah.
could that sentence just be removed?
We
Yeah.
could maybe say something
That's a
along
good
the lines
point.
of like it's something to build on top of, which would indicate
The
that.
priority is foundational for all other,
Foundational.
for other 5 I see, I like the word foundational, it just,
I-
it lives
It
with
just,
me.
yeah, it just,
So-
it's, yeah.
But I'm just saying that is foundational.
I think
means that it
foundational,
is-
yeah.
I
Not to
think
cut
that's
you
why
off,
we
sorry, I
added
think when you say the foundational, I
Yeah.
think is like.
I
it
think that's
becomes-
why we added the healthy, prosperous community sentence though, was to replace the one that
Right.
compared it to the other priority areas.
It almost seems like you're looking for foundational here. While we understand that sustainability initiatives are foundational to each of these areas.
Yeah, but maybe you move that sentence up higher.
Like the second.
It's basically repeating.
Or
it's-
yeah,
it's
the same thing, yeah.
Could you,
Six priorities to be created for sustainability.
do you want to replace that this priority is foundational, the other 5 areas with sustainability is the foundation of a healthy and prosperous community? Those two are, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Or do you put that before while we understand?
Well, we understand that the sustainable initiatives are found among each of these priorities.
That's better. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, well, we understand that the sustainable initiatives are,
Found among.
Found among each of these areas.
Maybe even while we appreciate the sustainable initiatives are found among each of these areas.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Because that complements.
That's a nice
That's a
stroke.
nice, that's a nice
are you in politics, Gillian?
So close.
So yes.
We know it's important to honor what they've done.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, you
Yeah.
know, so.
Okay, I'll remove brackets. Guys, go through so it's less choppy.
Maybe the part that says this priority is foundational for the other 5 priority areas.
That
Instead,
repeats.
this priority is foundational for all other priority areas.
Well, we kind of
I
repeated
think
that
we
sentence
can-
there.
I think that sounds
I think we
repeats.
can delete that whole sentence.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
we just say sustainability is foundational for a healthy,
And prosperous community.
yeah.
I like the word
If you like
foundation.
foundational instead of foundation.
And then just for clarity in the sentence above, we have to say that we're talking about the other 5 areas, because we lost that. also are found among each of these areas are found among the other 5 priorities.
Yeah.
Sign it off with, can't wait for the 6th one to come
I
live.
know.
Should we say something like moreover,
The other 5 priorities.
retaining sustainability?
Is foundational.
That sentence is weird now.
Yeah, I want to say fora. Sustainability is foundational for a healthy and prosperous community. Moreover, retaining sustainability. Majority of the other farming communities. Environmental health and access. That one got worded a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's too long.
How environmental health and access enables community well-being. I don't know about the word access. Is that really necessary?
Seems
How
like we
environmental
say
health
it
enables?
above, like that sustainability is foundational for health.
Oh, yeah, we
and
say healthy,
prosperous.
so we can probably take the whole second part of that sentence out.
And then it makes that more like punchy.
I like it.
Or remove the
That,
next
that, can we say, front range that emphasize community well-being?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want the word well-being in there.
Do you think it would sound better instead of saying for this city or the city or just for Inglewood
Yeah, I think for Inglewood.
rather than for this city? That's. Just sounds kind of
And the
clunky.
second sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
just
think
sounds kind of
so.
clunky, I think, for this city.
Yeah,
That'd
as
be
a
the same-
priority for Inglewood, I think
Inglewood.
it's a good edit. I also think we can get rid of we feel that and just start with it is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're not shrinking ourselves.
Such
Mel,
good editors in here.
Hey Mel, is it, if the city does not emphasize or put emphasis on the sustainability initiatives that we're talking about, that your department deals with, are we also then not continuing to align ourselves with state priorities?
Oh.
If they don't have a sustainability plan.
Yeah.
If the plan doesn't include or doesn't recognize state initiatives, then are we behind the ball on that too? You know, we talk about the community, but are we also dealing with the state?
I mean, we'd definitely be behind. But another thing for grants is a lot of times they'll want to have you reference like a sustainability plan if you're going.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you,
Climate grants.
What if we tally
Yes.
how much money Inglewood has gotten for the last 5 years and has projected for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Grants that would not be possible if there isn't a standalone.
yeah, could you say something?
To go back to see what would like require a sustainability plan from what we.
Maybe instead it's like the DRCOG money and other stuff that's coming in. Would that be contingent on having?
Mm-mm.
That would be so convenient.
I know. Be like, if you want money.
Yeah.
You have to have this
But it
club.
would put,
Put in the
but it
fearful
would put
statement
us
that this is
behind,
affect
like the
future.
front range to go
Yeah.
back on sustainability.
Yeah.
Wait, what,
And then
Eric's
what
got a good point. What if you say something like our, in, previous, something like previous years, having sustainability as a priority has given us more access to grants or something like that, like something that just refers to it and says, hey, all you need to know is there was one.
To state
Remember,
and
like 90%
federal.
of people surveyed.
Yeah.
May impact future funding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the question I was asking, is it future funding at risk, state funding that come down to provide some of this for us? If we don't have a hook within the city's plan, does that diminish, the possibility of getting those fundings?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's an important point. If they've
Yeah,
shrunk
I
the
think-
list for the economic environment, bringing it back to actually it's economic opportunity to have this.
Yeah, like, a lot of the goals, these goals, projects, and metrics are. That's it. I want to say that like in previous years, having sustainability as a priority has given the city of Inglewood access to grants and other funding that they otherwise would not have had.
Yeah.
And all you need is for one of those to be true.
State and federal.
Because I do feel like there is city council members who just look at the money. And that matters.
One thing you could also say, if you all agree, is having the sustainability of this section of the plan gave the city access and/or, what am I looking for? Like increased their, eligibility to apply for grants, because sometimes they want to see that you already have a plan created so that it's more shovel-ready. When you apply for a grant, they want to see,
Yeah.
if you have a project listed out in a sustainability plan,
Yeah,
and then you apply for a grant, you can say, we literally have this squared out right here.
Right.
Um,
Like
So
the
how
word,
about
like made Inglewood eligible to apply.
yeah.
Yeah.
Clarity of eligibility.
Or a section of the plan increases
Or
eligibility.
just greater eligibility.
Oh, I never know which words to write because it's harder. It's making it harder.
I'm like,
Sorry.
Previous years, having sustainability section of the plan gave the city access, and provide access. No, I'd like access, gave the city access to state and federal funding, opportunities, as well as provided, as well as opened eligibility options.
I feel like gave the city access kind of encapsulates that already.
Yeah, they gave the city access and that's.
Or like made the city eligible for new state and federal
Yeah.
funding opportunities.
Can we-
Allows eligibility.
Can we put that in a present tense rather than past tense? Section of the plan gives the city access and provides clarity
Sure, yeah.
to the state and federal funding as well as opening eligibility.
The only thing is
Take out-
that within previous years, having a sustainability section of the plan gives the city, I guess you could, yeah,
You can take
That's what
out in
makes sense,
previous
isn't it?
years.
sort of is.
You could say gives and. Has given.
And gave.
Has given and will continue to give.
How about provides clarity for state or to?
I don't know if clarity's right or.
I would say it provides clarity to state and federal funding opportunities that you're applying for something that you already had putting
Oh,
effort
right.
and thought into.
You're saying it's a priority, so
Yeah,
they're
so
gonna
like-
say, oh, we'll give you money for your priority.
When we applied and received a lot of EV charging grants, we submitted our electric vehicle action plan that says like, here are our goals as a community.
And in situations like that, are we competing against other cities?
Mhm.
So what if we say gives the city access and makes us competitive? for
Yeah.
New.
Oh, competitive
that's good.
advantage.
Nice, Hillary.
And provides competitive.
Gives the city a competitive, I want to think of, gives the city a competitive advantage.
Yeah, yep.
In addition to access to.
Access and gets Inglewood a competitive.
I
Yep.
don't like the way that.
Wait, having. Wait.
Not just access and a competitive advantage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, okay, having a sustainability section of the plan gives the city access and a competitive advantage to state and federal funding opportunities.
To secure.
Yeah, like that's, I think that's
Advantage
in
to
it.
Yeah, and then I think the
Sure.
periods after
State and
opportunities.
federal.
Yeah.
Huh?
This, like, if I would have been so much better writing papers in high school if we did it like that.
Group writing.
So then that was.
Okay, so let's get rid of this then.
Okay, and then like a tiny edit, 'cause I can't help myself, is I think it should be 4 state and
Yes.
federal funding opportunities instead of 2.
Yeah.
lines, carrots, arrows.
What if that sentence starts clearly prioritizing sustainability in the strategic plan?
Clearly
Yeah, that's good.
prioritizing sustainability in the strategic plan.
That's good.
Gives the city access and competitive advantage for state and federal funding opportunities. I
I
actually
like
really
that.
like
That's
that one. I think it's a good one to end on too, because
Really
it's the
good.
last thing you think of. Like, going down, okay.
Good rationales.
Mhm.
They're all good rationales. That's what we're trying to do, is come up with convincing reasons here.
Do you want to,
Do we, we're moving down, right, to the recommendations?
I think these are a little jumbled in the middle, hold on.
Yeah, I think,
Maybe somebody can read it.
You want me to read it? You meant like out loud?
from
I think that whole sentence below,
below and these goals, maybe that's just a third paragraph?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Paragraph, cool concept.
There you go. You can take out being, not being recommended.
and maybe instead of below is following our goals.
I would say, I wouldn't say to go underneath, I would say to be included within that priority area.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just a time check, it's 8 o'clock if we want to look at the recommendations. I know we want to refine that paragraph.
That's
but
my
like,
job.
we gotta-
That's my job. I'll tell you what time.
Oh, motion for time check.
Desperate to enter.
Where's Patrick when we need him?
I said at the district, like at the school account committee, I was like, oh man, time check on that one, because I was just going nuts. Sorry. Yeah, it is 8 o'clock,
Do we need to?
but we want to finish this tonight, yes.
If you want it in the packet, you have to finish it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, versus like the other option was like a side note, right?
Yeah, like sending it, I mean, actually, yeah, it does have to be done tonight unless you want to do a special meeting. Actually, no, it does have to be done tonight if you want to make it into the
Yeah, I
packet.
think we,
You don't
Yeah.
have to go into great detail.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, the other, they just had like,
Yeah,
I will
these-
say also, like, all these ones before, what you all had talked in the last 2 meetings about.
Yeah.
So this
We've been
shouldn't
over that.
feel,
It
that
feels
shouldn't feel
familiar.
rushed, yeah. That shouldn't
Yeah, and
feel
if other
rushed to
people
you all.
read them, I read them. I don't have any notes.
I ripped them word for what you all had put the
And
last
Oh,
time.
I
just
thought that was
have-
Lana
just have
saying I
one-
ripped it word for word, and I was like, oh, we're gonna go with that detail.
The one thing, this is your recommendations here, and I just put, well, not in the prior sustainability section of the strategic plan, which it wasn't. The commission would like to include the following projects and metrics under the transportation or transportation-related section in the updated plan. Because remember, we had sustainability and then that transportation one, so
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that feels comfortable with what you all are saying, or change it.
Would it
Do
be
we-
infrastructure now, or do you,
It's either infrastructure or
Or-
livability.
or sustainability? Seems like it.
And actually, city services would be the angle fix one. So I don't know what section to map it to.
Well, that's why I put transportation or transportation-related, so
We-
that they can kind of
They
sit
can
through,
move
like,
it.
yeah.
We could also say, I mean, I'm not making a joke, like, they're not dumb. We can say, this also pertains to other of your priorities, right? Like, we don't have to necessarily map it directly for them.
Right, that's
know
why
what I
the transportation-related one,
Mhm, yeah.
because whatever.
That makes sense.
Schedule.
Or I guess since they don't have transportation, maybe just taking that one out.
'Cause they
and
had,
just
like-
saying under a transportation-related section.
Yeah,
Would that be
that's
under
why,
infrastructure?
that's why I meant, like, we don't have to tell them.
Where it goes.
Yeah, I think that one's good.
And, oops, sorry, go for it.
Do we have to have the part about transportation at all.
Yeah, I actually don't understand the transportation. Since the
Because
first one is
before
water.
these were pieces of the transportation strategic plan section, but they don't even have that anymore. So yeah, that could,
No, but I think it's,
Water was under transport.
I think it's important.
But does it seem like then we're shoehorning our objectives
I think
into
it's-
other priorities now?
I mean,
After
our-
we just advocated for not doing that?
No, I started talking over you. That's on me.
Well, they talked about bike lanes in one of theirs already, you know?
Yeah,
And that's
aren't
just
these
kinda
all safety concerns?
Yeah, no, I don't know about Ingle Fix. Ingle Fix could be monetary, like, you know, you got a sprinkler system, like in the parks when they blow and they're just gushing. That's just,
They also have that whole new section about the city being responsive to.
Sorry, you said this was in the transportation section. Is that what you're saying?
no, these are all the ones that you recommended, but before we were looking at the transportation section of the old plan where it had clean and connected transportation, remember? Which was like sustainability, very sustainability adjacent. So this was like beefing up that section because there was no transportation in the past sustainability section.
can't we just say, and like, while not in the prior sustainability section of the strategic plan, the commission would like to include the following projects and metrics under applicable priorities.
Mhm.
And let them
Yeah.
suss that out.
But
I love
like
that.
you were saying, right, why are we putting these under any priorities? We want sustainability to
can.
be its
Yeah,
own
and I feel like we should
priority.
just say it's under,
The following project
I think-
metrics under the sustainability.
or
So you
just
could just
include
priority
the following
area.
projects and metrics.
You could
Just
change this
take
goal
them.
area transportation, is that what you're trying to get at?
Well, I think because they were, last time they were under us, but now they don't follow under us.
So the sustainability section did have a transportation goal area, and then council was like, well, we have a transportation priority area, so we want to pull that from sustainability and put that as clean and connected under transportation. So sustainability did at one time have it, and then it didn't. So there's no code of what one way or another.
So are
Well,
we
would
thinking?
the idea then be to just eliminate that paragraph and just say, throw this out first, list it as a goal area,
Goal area and complete
just like we've
streets.
done with the others.
Yeah.
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 Are we gonna attach this to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they already do
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Can we just, like, you know, how, to the extent that, well, not to the extent, but
Never mind.
Categorize accordingly.
Mhm.
I think the only one, like the bike pass makes sense, although they have bike pass on their strategic plan under something else. So I don't know if we need it. And then the second thing is like Ingle Fix is like all the things, right? And
It's all what?
who, like I even have a hard time being like, I don't really get how that goes to sustainability if you're fixing a pothole.
Yeah. You could say number of Englewood Fix submissions completed, dealing with transportation specifically.
Dealing with
Dealing with,
walkability and
dealing with,
alternative transportation.
well, see, then you, like, yeah, that's where it gets like a little weird, because then you'd be like,
isn't
we're
it more
dealing with
for
like
like how the city responds?
environmental stewardship.
Make that section where how
Does
they
it-
work.
I was, does Ingle Fix?
Right there, I think the Ingle Fix should also include like environmental stewardship. You have like the sprinklers that bust in the park, right? Go back to that example. That's environmental stewardship, right? Like just gushing water and not caring.
Number of environmental stewardship and Ingle Fix emissions
It could be a
completed.
Yeah, I guess like, I don't want to go too detailed on it. I think we just need to find a way to say like, hey, this touches us, but it's not all us.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, maybe Eric's favorite word, cross-cutting.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Wait, so are we doing goal area? Are you all doing goal area complete streets or keeping this one? I just wasn't sure which direction.
I would say these are like, I want to say, these are the things that cross over. Right?
I don't think we need to say they cross over.
I think I
They
would be
can
okay
argue
with
that.
deleting that part you're
Yeah.
highlighting and just do goal area complete streets.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we
The
can,
simplicity.
we can claim them, and if they want to parse them out, that's fine.
So remove this sentence.
Yes, if that
Yes?
makes
Yes.
Let's
sense.
do it.
Okay.
Yep.
I also am wondering about the metrics. not having, I think it's too complicated to do the Ingle fix there, since under projects, we also have explore creating a process to quantify safety concerns reduced after Ingle fix submission completed and action taken. That, I think, stands on its own. I think the top one confuses it.
No, okay, wait, real quick on the, oh, okay. I was gonna say like the number of Ingle fix submissions categorized and completed.
Does it make sense, maybe this is an organizational thing, but wouldn't the metrics be at the bottom underneath the project so that that's our measurement tool for the project that we just talked
You wanna
about?
rearrange all of them?
Never quite understood how those.
So you want to put it this way.
It just,
No,
because you're referencing the Eagle
but
fix.
the whole thing is set up with metrics first, all the areas.
I can easily
Yeah,
move
Okay.
that.
I think flipping them makes sense.
Sure.
Because you're basically saying, here's what we're gonna do, here's how we're gonna measure it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you would discuss it, like you would be like, hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna
That's why it
complete
looks weird to
this
see
is how we're
Ingle
gonna
fix
complete this is what we're gonna do,
unit.
and this is how we're gonna make sure it's successful.
Consider it done.
Thank you.
I'm here to please.
I want them to implement.
Okay, on that note then, I'm gonna bring up a problem.
What?
I'm gonna bring up a problem.
Oh,
Goal area, engineering and built environment. The metric is the number of residents who receive rebates for heat pumps and or heat pump water heaters. And then under that is nothing having to do with that.
increase education among.
So how is that the metric for all these?
No,
other
wait,
things?
isn't that's like increase education around emerging energy resiliency programs?
I would also say not every project needs a metric because you can almost get into like
The
data
weeds.
analysis paralysis.
Ever since I was
Just a
little, I
reminder, I'm
wanted
a
to
team
grow
of
up.
one, and if you want data on everything, that means you put time away from something else. So, and also like these get updated every year. In my opinion, I would not get so lost in the weeds of what exact metric do we want in this when those can be discovered through the project or something else.
Yeah, sometimes it helps out of the foresight.
And this
I
is
don't
also
think
like
you can measure at the beginning, but-
aspirational, right? So
We also just had
sweating the
this,
details.
didn't we
is
just
kinda-
have this set up based on another bigger plan that already had
Mm-hmm.
this format? We didn't come up with this format.
We did the, like,
Project and metrics format.
the last two.
Oh yeah, that's how city council does it, is projects and metrics.
Oh,
But
Right, but we didn't initiate it. That's just kind of how they're doing it.
That's how
And
they
there are
want the
not
structure.
metrics for everything,
Yeah.
according to their.
and there shouldn't be metrics for everything. That
Yes,
would be
there
a
should. We
lot.
need data.
That would be a lot.
But I
I mean,
think
look at
if we
metrics.
do list a
It
metric,
just will be like,
it has to
pick out what-
match what we're asking.
Well, within the project. Same thing happened with the number of ColoRADscape participants. There's nothing in the projects referencing ColoRADscape.
Yeah,
Well, that's because remember for the climate resiliency framework, there's a project in there of
That's right.
ColoRADscape, and they don't want a duplication
So it's a
of
plug.
projects
It's a
in one
plug.
plan and pulling it all into the strategic plan, because then that's just really big.
Sure.
And I pulled this from your all recommendations last time.
Right.
The council should ensure they implement the resiliency framework. I don't want to jump ahead if you all are still on this one though, but it is in there and that's why it wasn't listed.
yeah, so you're gonna flip them all so they're projects and metrics.
Already done.
What if our top line recommendation, and please tell me if I'm way off base, was creation and implementation of a city sustainability plan to include all sustainability programs, whether or not they make it to the strategic plan is what I'm getting at, but I don't know exactly how to say it.
I feel like that one's a little, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. That's a little bit about like kinda asking for a blank check. Right? Like, anything that comes up, we wanna do it. Do you know what I mean? Is that what you're saying? What could you say?
No, I guess the sustainability plan is more, we just want citizens to be able to know what's already happening. Like,
Yeah, it could provide
we don't want
clarity.
it buried, we want it,
Oh, you're saying like our overarching goal is for citizens to have easy access to the sustainability
yeah,
plan and
is
the.
for the city to have a sustainability plan and report. That's,
Yeah, so that's like in the conclusion. Sorry, I would say, this is the strategic goals aimed at sustainability and the underlying metrics.
I didn't quite follow you, sorry.
That's okay, it's getting late.
We don't have to ask, I just thought of it.
It seems like a good idea, because then it would give clarity to citizens, it would give clarity to council, and it would give clarity to state and federal, like, grant.
So the sustainability section of the strategic plan is supposed to serve as like a plug-in plan. So for grants, we just pull that priority area and serve it as a plan, but it's not a standalone. I mean, that's for sure, right? It's up to the whims of whatever a council decides to switch, whereas an adopted plan is a little more set in stone. And something, it could look like a twofer, right? Of like a sustainability section, and then in the future consideration, it could look like whatever you all want to decide.
Consideration for a city-wide sustainability scorecard? Scorecard sounds a little more negative actually than just like.
I think it's
I like when they do the Instagram, the good news, like that's
Yeah.
more.
or you could say like a scoring rubric or something. Like that one's kind of positive.
Well, I'm so confused.
I know, I'm a little confused. I just heard scorecard and gave him another word.
Is that like made for us? Because like with your work, you're dealing with all different kinds.
Okay, the commission
Like
wants to
for
express that while
businesses and
considering
stuff.
a
I don't
plug-in
understand
play
what
plan,
this-
the council should ensure.
Who is making- I don't understand.
Scorecard.
Yeah,
might
I
be
don't
a
think we
little-
need it. Let's have that be our backup, right? Maybe.
That could be a really good backup if,
Yeah.
say you recommend, right, these are just recommendations. You recommend sustainability being a priority area, council determines no, then that could be a follow-up of saying, okay, no, it wasn't a priority area, so now we want our,
No, we
now we
still
want a
need visibility to
sustainability
this. How are you gonna communicate it if it's not a priority?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense to me.
that way we're not don't have kind of a split ask either. We're clear on what we really want. Cool, thanks for that feedback.
It's always nice having something in the back pocket, you know?
Yeah.
Being like, if you say no, I have something else.
That's like the kids, you know, when the people are like, oh, my kid is like a team of salespeople, like your opening offer, your first answer is your opening offer.
Children and politicians.
Yeah. I said no. Okay, but listen, hear me out.
I forgot this part, sorry. I'm
Shit,
just
why are you
adding
writing
to it.
Patrick's name, man?
Yeah,
He's not even
he
here.
doesn't get to have his name.
I'm just kidding.
Like, this was all me.
I think
It went through my head so fast.
You are organizing a coup right now.
See, you don't know, I'm sneaky like that.
Do I want to move to this final phase of the one before you vote on it?
Yeah.
So these were just the additional recommendation and from that you all had last time, so I put them here. So it says not directly related to a specific goal or project, the commission wants to express that while considered a plug-in plan, and that's wordage that they use so they'll understand it, the council should ensure they implement the community climate resiliency framework as it lists projects Englewood residents decided upon. Additionally, the commission wants to specifically call out how sustainability supports and helps achieve all the other priority areas within the strategic plan. It's through moments like increased social connection via healthy and strong parks that increases a community's overall resilience. So that's kind of all your notes that you wanted in there in one from
Yeah,
last
that's
time.
Yeah.
The only thing I
Last sentence.
yeah, I would say via, like you could almost just go via moments like in da-da-da. That would be the only, because it was an awkward sentence.
Oh, actually, I'm wondering if we need the last two sentences. Now that I'm rereading it, it's two, not one.
Yeah, this sounds like
Yeah,
what
it
you all
feels like
just said in the
repeated
beginning.
stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Because all we're trying to say is that we want the community climate resiliency framework in there, right? So, yeah, I don't think we need the last two.
The community.
The last two.
Yeah,
Right
I think it's
upon.
more powerful in the beginning.
So maybe additional recommendation.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
No notes.
No notes.
Can I recommend that we reference council, that we do capital C, and that we
Yes.
put in
Yeah.
Inglewood City Council?
Thanks for
I think
keeping
it
us
would be
respectful.
Yes, yes, yes.
I thank God Patrick's in on that. Is council a capital letter?
In this case, it's an actual name.
It's its title.
What else do you guys got while
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
gotta find
this?
them all.
You guys don't have to wait for me for this one.
When are they reading this and when was the next open council meeting?
It's going, this Monday, actually. Yeah, so what we're submitting it, I'll submit it on your all behalf if you vote and approve it, tomorrow morning to our deputy city manager, who he already told me submitting it tomorrow will make it in the packet. And then, yeah, you'll see it up, to them on Monday.
Then the steps after that, I jotted down earlier, something gets finalized by mid-March.
By mid-March. So Monday will be their first study session where they kind of go over everything. Tomorrow, tomorrow is when they close also that survey. So I'm assuming they're downloading everything from that and giving feedback. And then they'll have another study session in March, and then they'll finalize it tentatively, right? Council can decide whatever they want to do, in mid-March.
So does that mean the survey ended today?
It ends tomorrow.
Okay, so
Haven't done it, do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't sent
And
it
I
to your
put it in
neighbor.
the email, so you all heard about it before. But yeah, it ends tomorrow, so make sure you put feedback in there.
Okay, do we need to raise a motion to vote on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does anybody?
Is there
want-
any further comments or that people want to add to it?
No.
Okay, then,
Does anybody want to raise a motion to vote on this? Or can I?
You remember?
All right, I'll raise a motion to vote on our submission.
I
Second.
second it.
Okay, all those in favor say,
wait, sorry,
Aye.
who was the second? So,
oh, it was, I heard Rick.
okay.
Sorry. You were
there's
just
like three of
closest.
us, I think, but.
Yeah, do rock, paper, scissors.
She just needed one.
As long as you won't make me read you the minutes, I don't care who was on. Oh, okay.
I will never bring my husband to the meeting.
Okay, then all in favor.
Okay, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody not in favor say nay.
Woo!
Guaranteed.
Did it.
All right, you guys aren't over yet.
No, we're not. That was 20 minutes. So we
You
got-
have your March meeting topics. Is there anything folks want to bring up? We have reviewing of the draft sustainability report. I was going to bring that today, but I knew today would be a long topic, so I just pushed it to the next one. We have Bellevue Park discussion on there, and angle fix recommendations. Our director of IT is still anxiously waiting for your all's recommendations on what you'd want to see in angle fix. So
Oh,
that would be a good one because he's pending your guys' recommendations.
Okay,
oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Let's definitely do that.
and we won't.
Sorry, will
yeah.
you remind me, what's the recommendation he's waiting on? Like,
So
what is it
the-
exactly?
The commission, quite a few meetings ago, said that something they wanted to see for angle fix was an ability for folks to submit where they feel like unsafe on like trails or any micromobility
Yeah, that's
things, and then that funnel through to there to get addressed, which our IT director was like, I really want just recommendations from the commission of like, what specifically are you looking for? What goals do you have? And then they can incorporate that throughout.
Right, so there's a field to fill out on the Eagle Fix in order to
Yeah.
track something that is a metric.
And I'll send out a blurb too. I'll go check it with our IT director, but I'll send out a blurb about what he's looking for.
Okay.
Is that why we had started talking about the leaking water?
Yeah, so like if there's lights are out, you know, and you're like, oh, I'm walking in my neighborhood and I don't feel safe, and it's like, what would you want
So
to know about?
specific.
But that's not Eagle Fix.
Yeah,
That's Excel.
okay, like a trail, like it's not, is that Excel? They
Yeah,
own
all the
some
lights,
lights, don't they?
all the lights are Excel.
No.
Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah.
There's now some
But
There's some
Well, maybe
solar
we'll-
lights.
I'll send a blurb so
Yeah,
everyone
okay.
knows the
That's fine.
assignment. And the one other thing for next month, Patrick is unfortunately moving, so he will no longer be our chair. March is gonna be his last meeting. I'll let him tell you where he's going. It's super exciting. But if you all are interested, if anyone's interested in being chair, you have to be a full member. Start thinking about that because we'll need a chair. And it's
She just did her
Did
audition.
you just did a survey?
An audition.
And for the time commitment, it literally
Really
says
funny.
we do a draft agenda. I do a draft agenda based on your input from today and whatever. And then Patrick and I talk for 15, maybe 30 minutes once a month. It's really, I promise you, it's not stressful. And it's a great resume filler, I feel like.
Is that how Patrick got his job and moved away?
He's had his same job. Anything else folks want to discuss
What's
for
going on
March?
at the park? I thought we were supposed
What'd you
to-
say?
What's going on at the park situation with,
Bellevue?
Bellevue?
I think
So-
that's next.
Yeah, that's on the
Right.
agenda next time.
Yeah.
We just gotta, they're not, because they haven't,
They're not even close.
right.
Oh, we're
they-
just in a holding pattern.
Because it's all the way at the end of 27 when they're actually
I
going
didn't
to
realize that.
be doing.
Yeah,
major
we just
renovations,
need
so we've
to-
got time.
Oh, okay.
But we do have to submit those recommendations. So just like a heads up, I don't want you guys to get surprised, I guess. So you know where Bellevue Park is, where the farm is? And so with part of this bond, they're doing some changes there. And with that farm, because of the structure, they would have to, they can't make modifications without bringing it up to code, and it has to have modifications. However, it also sits in a floodplain and it needs to be moved. It can't stay where it's at. So they need to move the entire farm, which they're going to do. The question to our committee, and we'll forward you the maps, what do we do with this floodplain? Right? And they're asking us to submit to them recommendations on how, on what can be done. You can't have permanent structures there. If I remember correctly, you can't even have like a bench, correct? Unless it was like anchored in.
We can.
I don't think you can because it could change flood elevation or theoretically.
Right, there
That's
was
that
something
type
about
of-
water, yeah.
So like, what do you do with those? And they're 100-year floodplains. Well, we'll send you the maps.
Well, and the
You'll
current-
probably understand them. I think all of us there to like, or I know I did. I was like, explain to me.
The current thing on that thing is that they will leave barn, but the barn becomes storage now. So
Are
that's,
they leaving the barn?
yeah, that was the last update.
They just can't modify it.
They can't modify it, they can't make any changes to it, they can't allow human habitation of it, so it
Or
becomes
animal.
storage or animal. And that they're going to build the barn up above the floodplain. So
Yeah, okay.
that's where they're at. I think they want us to take a look at the floodplain itself and say, okay, what can we do in that space? What would we recommend as a sustainability commission to use that space?
Are they worried about this stuff coming off the parking lot going into the floodplain, or is that a separate issue?
That's kind of
No,
a
it's-
separate issue.
Yeah, it was like an environmental people that came out and was like, this is a 100-year flood.
Okay.
And I don't know if you lived here when Inglewood flooded last time, did you live
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Also, just for, like, somebody had brought this up at the neighborhood leaders meeting last week. There is there cannot be paths because that is not AD accessible, right? Is that what the word is, ADA? ADA. And it has to do with like the slope of the grass and the pitch of the path, that it won't work. So paths are not an option. Okay?
Well,
Even with like a terracing situation to make it truly flat.
No, it wasn't like that was my understanding, unless you understood differently. I can double check with Gina, but
The ADA, in order for them to be able.
it would have to like super zigzag and move the trains and
The train is not gonna move, as far as we know.
the train's not moving.
But the accessibility from the barn and the petting zoo to the train has to be ADA accessible, so it does this big zigzag.
Not to be rude, this is on next month's agenda, right?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was just giving them a recap so that when you
Okay.
think of these things, don't put that on your list. Don't put the path on your list.
Okay.
Okay, don't
Just
put
so
a walking
so they're
path.
not thinking going down the wrong rabbit hole. I got
But
it.
you
I
could
got
do a
it.
Zen garden.
You have to adjourn whenever.
Before we adjourn, do we know which
Meeting
upcoming
has already
study
been 2 weeks.
session
No, I'm just kidding. What?
ColoRADscape will come up?
Yeah,
Mark.
that was the question I had. Did they ever determine the date for the study session? for
It will
us?
hopefully be either the 2nd or the 9th. It'll be determined after Thursday when we
Okay.
talk with code, because they just didn't want to put something on the books until they had a conversation with you.
Okay, are we having a public conversation with code at the study session or not?
This Thursday, is it just a conversation
No.
between?
At the study session where we're asked to come back,
Mhm.
will we have, because the discussion was that code would be engaged at that time in the study session. Is this heading off that?
This is heading off that conversation.
Would you mind sending me the original document from the first presentation and that revised one from the other night? For some reason, I don't have either of them. And because I was going to put together a bulleted, like a executive summary. for them.
Mel, we're not gonna really have a sense of which way of whether our recommendation to council for sustainability's inclusion with the priorities is, which way that's going by next meeting, right? Are we gonna have any
We would
feedback
have
by then?
We would have a better, because they'll be talking about it on Monday,
Okay.
right? So even by Monday, we'll see kind of where they stand, so it could be a.
I think it'd be worth including some reaction time in the next meeting to
That's a great
talk
idea.
about what,
Yeah.
which way we're going.
All right, Elizabeth, you can adjourn whenever.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks, guys.
Wow, such authority.
That's good. Okay, are you, the meeting on Thursday?
Of course.
Yeah.
So much.
Beautiful,
Are you gonna be here on site?
Caroline, thank you.
I think it's.
If anyone hasn't signed a charge list, now's a good time.
Do you remember when I showed you that Mr. Rogers one? Mr. Rogers.
All right, we're really trying to steer off the new people by having you guys do a 2-hour meeting.
I actually.
Bye, get home safe.
I realized today.
Okay, did you graduate grad school?
No.
Anyway,
Oh, wait,
I
you're
really just wanted to show
PhD.
you.
I still
have
looking
one
at your
of
lab.
these
Holy
in my house.
Getting there.
Like, they're surprisingly cool and sturdy. It's just
Yeah,
like going to
it's
throw
a
their
long
own jacket
stretch.
because like.
But 1 year left, I mean,
For $9.
1 year seems like
And
a
the
long
flag
time.
itself, I
and
got for
then it'll
16
just,
and I
like,
bought one too.
It's going fast.
But it was surprisingly
mind it.
like,
I have good
yeah, it's
health
not gonna
insurance.
cost forever.
I love it. I have good health.
Like a year.
I